Well, we have found pigeons. I know that sounds really exciting, but it's Pigeon Valley. And here's some pigeons. And Mark has found, wait for it, this is going to be epic.
Rooms for the view. And pigeons.
And there's a massive storm coming. It's looking dark, it's starting to rumble. So we're going to check out more of this down here. Look at this. Oh, how cool is that? Although they look like they're cleaning cloth. There is literally thousands of pigeons over here. Like, oh my goodness. And people are feeding the pigeons up the top. Wow. And I'm not a pigeon fan. That's a lot of pigeons and we don't like pigeons. So we made it back to the car and we're going to sit out the storm. We could hear it. We ran back. I don't know where the pigeons have gone.
Know where the Asian tourists are going? They got here when it started raining.
Oh yeah, big bus just pulled up. Big red bus. And they're all getting out with their umbrellas. Oh, the pigeons are flying away. I don't know if you can really see. So yes, this is Pigeon Valley in Ushisar, I think that's how it's pronounced. We've just been to the underground city, just saw a bit of that. Very difficult to do footage on that. Here we go, Mark's made it through this one. This is cool. And they've got this flooring that is like a perspex glass type thing that you can then see down into. Must be the little rooms. And the temperature has dropped a heap in here. Oh, you don't want to slip in that one. There's a hole in there. So we just found a sign that's up here. You can't really see, but it says that they're graves. So down in here.
There's nobody there yet.
There's nobody there. Look, it's like, yeah, you duck down and go around. Wow. It's, I mean, hard to pick up on the camera, but we'll have a look through here. So we just had a gentleman come up and say you could have a guided tour in English, but it was about 1,000 lira to do for the couple, which was about, they said 50 US, 45 euro, on top of the ticket price, which was 250. So this was the church. Wow. You can really just go exploring. Oh, this is really cool. It's good that they've done the lights.
Yeah, and they've even got a card pad in the middle here. You can sit down and play your cards. One thing that I did over here though is a lot of the holes in the floor here are like trap doors. So if you're getting chased through, a lot of the catacombs you run in and out and people will fall through the holes.
Oh. So, little challenges on some spots for Mark. Oh, what do you reckon that was? Maybe a toilet?
No. I would think you have wheat. You put wheat in here, grinding stone.
Oh.
So post in there, spin this around, it crushes the wheat.
There you go. This one, poor Mark's got to really crouch down. Doing good. Oh. Oh my lordy. Are we going to sit down, have we? So, it's now turned into a hailstorm. I don't know if you can see the hail coming. Yeah, it's all going in the edge here. Yeah, we're not driving in this. You can see it coming in the windscreen. Probably a little bit loud. But yeah, these poor people are in that bus that just turned up. They literally pulled in as we ran back to the car.
Ew.
How's your cup of tea? Tell us what you're drinking.
Well, it's actually a blackberry tea. which is quite sensational actually. I've never had a blackberry tea. Normally tea I find is a little washed out, but this is very rich tasting, and it is quite lovely.
So we've had a mix of interesting things today.
Take two.
We did the outdoor museum in Goromay, which we gave you the feedback on that. Then we went about 30 minutes away and we saw the underground city. It's like you were doing a maze. Big things to do. Don't take any backpack. Like you can barely fit a camera in anywhere. So we got a tiny little bit of footage, which you would have seen. And then you came out and there's some great places to have juice and stuff. The juice was amazing. We had a pomegranate juice. That was really cool. So then we were looking at other places and we went back to Goromay, but on the way we went to Pigeon Valley, which we got caught in a hailstorm, which you saw the hailstorm. And then after that we were going to go back to our hotel, and as we were about to turn up the street, a trailer had lost its load and it's like we weren't getting through there. So we thought, well, we'll go and explore. And this is where we currently are, and it's like we've gone back in time a bit, and this is a quieter area. It was only about 8 minutes away from it. Can't pronounce the name of the town, Cavisun. Lovely. And we walked all the way up to the top. Was just beautiful. We didn't film it because it was just really nice to actually be away from everything and everyone. But we hope that that's given you a few tips, and remember, hit the like, subscribe, show us the love, and hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.
Quick edit to add to that one, guys. I know that I probably bagged a little bit the outdoor museum, and I'm going to hit it again. I'm sorry. Don't spend the 300 lira. You need to get out and about. There are so many places that are not advertised here, with the caves, with the history, where we are, and Kayleen will put the description down below for you. The little township, absolutely spectacular. We're in a little restaurant here. It looks very unassuming from the outside, but when you walk in, very much like Italy,
old Turkish house.
It's quite extraordinary. So, old Turkish house.
Lovely people.
They also have a little face tube, and they've even got their own website and all that sort of stuff. But quite extraordinary. The people here own the home. I think he said he was 6th generation in this particular home. The home is still laid out as if it was their original house, and they've converted rooms into sitting areas and dining tables. Food is spectacular. Traditional Turkish, and you can taste the difference. It's not like the main streets in most of the towns and so forth where they're advertising Turkish meals. Very much different, very much homemade, and quite inexpensive. The Turkish lira is quite cheap compared to the AUD at the moment anyway, but very, very well priced. So worthwhile. Get out and about, guys. Don't stick to the tourist routes. 8 minutes out of Goromay, where we're staying, and the 8-minute drive is worth every part of it. Cheers, guys.
I'm kind of lost for words. Here's our car, and there is no one around. 8 minutes from Goromay, maybe 9. And this is up close and personal. You can hear the pigeons. And as Mark calls them, the penis. Oh, and the rocks though. The penis rocks. Let's go and get a little bit closer. And I'll tell you, the biggest bit of advice I can give is, when you're out and about, talk to people. If people, no matter what nationality, especially with Australians, we gravitate to other Australians and we hear the accent, we share our tips. We met a couple this morning, Cara and James from Australia, and they gave us little tips and we gave them tips, places to go, places not to, and that's where you find off the beaten track. This is peaceful. I'll write it on the screen where this is. Good luck finding it. And the temperature's just dropped a little. Oh. Oh, wow. How many degrees do you think this just dropped? 5, yeah, at least. And I was going to take off the long sleeve. Now, this is things that I have seen in videos from like the Northern Territory. So we have found another area that's another open air museum, but it seems like a lot of these things they are even fencing off. Over here we're having a little bit of a drive. Behind us was another open air museum, Zelvi, Z-E-L-V-I. We were over the other side of this before, where there was nobody around. When we come up you'll see it's all fenced off. And we found a little section over here that looks cool, we might explore. Benefits of having a car, going off the beaten path. There is just so much of this to see and it's like another world. Come around the bend and we've got our own little garage. We might park the car in for the night, then we'd miss out on 1 o'clock. This is our last day here, we leave tomorrow. Look at that. Beautiful blue sky. A little bit different from our thunderstorm yesterday with our hail. What do you think?
I think there are a lot more places around here that you could go and explore than to pay to go to the tourist areas. That's my view.
And supporting locals in other ways though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's plenty of roadside stalls so you can pick up juice and all that sort of thing and fruit. And they're literally in their farm trucks and just stopping on the side of the road. So. And
when speaking to locals, that's what they like, is for you to support them, their businesses, rather than just come, want to do a hot air balloon ride and see nothing else. That's really frustrating, and just doing all those touristy things. You have to come. It's so worth coming and seeing all this. Let's go check out some more views. This is like a minute from where we were, and you can see they're fenced off and that's all the tourists, and that was a road. So they're now not letting people drive that. And look, there's probably a logical explanation. We don't know what that is at this stage. If we do, we will share it with you. You will see coming up as well that there is buses galore. And you have a look on one side and it's just open grass. You look on the other, all completely fenced. Looks like there is a restaurant as well up the top. And these are all the fairy chimneys. Well, I mean, there's plenty of others around, but this must be a specific one. We couldn't tell what the sign was, but it's clearly something. It's a lovely building here. Looks like it'd be a very nice restaurant. Oh, and shops and whatever. But there is a lot of buses. And camels. Camels, you can sit on a camel and have a camel photo. You can see the shops as well, little stalls. There's stalls everywhere. Because as we came around the corner, we came from around to the right here. We came around, we were like, what is this? And yeah, that was the road. And we were literally in over behind here. But look, as we come over the hill, look at that view. You can see down in the valleys. So many valleys. Love Valley, Rose Valley, Pigeon Valley. What other valleys are there? Check out these, like vintage Vespers or something. What do you think they were?
Little electric scooter Vespers.
Oh.
Kind of cool.
Couple of fairy chimneys. Well, that was fun. We've seen a lot of police around, and we just got stopped in that next town called Cavisun. I think that's how you pronounce it. Write it down. And we've seen them everywhere, and they just asked for a license, and then he looked and he said, what class is this? And Mark says an MR, and he said, oh, is it a car? And he said, yeah, a car and truck. We showed the international license, but he didn't really kind of understand, but he just looked at the main license. So good to know that we had both of those. Coming past, this is the entrance that you can head to go to Love Valley, but we're coming back into Gorome. You can see the sign.
We're going straight ahead.
We are going straight ahead. Look at these. This is looking back. Goromay is over behind this. This is all just driving along the road. And they're pretty decent roads too. Wow, this guy's he's got his push bike. These roads are very interesting. I'm not sure the road rules with people. They tend to just do whatever and you move over and everybody honks. And this is the back streets. We're going to head over to a valley. We're going to be heading up onto that ridge up there, Latana Panorama, I believe. It reminds us like a cross between Thailand meets the back streets of Italy meets rustic ruins. We're going to go past these ATVs. They're on a little tour. Oh, down on the right in the valley. Not sure what valley it is, but oh, this one's called Splendid Cafe. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, and we clearly need some roadworks done. After that storm yesterday, the debris that came down on a lot of the roads, up to the right. Are we allowed to go
that way?
And clearly we were allowed to drive through there. We weren't sure, but they just waved and they smiled. Oh wow, looking back. Oh my gosh. The view. Mark's going to be so excited when he sees this view coming around here. Wow. Wowza, this whole other village. We'll figure it out soon what it is. And we'll find a park anywhere up here. You're doing amazing. It's getting the hang of it and we'll be leaving. And then we'll be getting an even bigger one. Stay tuned if you haven't already heard. There's a motorhome coming, 25 nights around Europe. So we just drove from over there and that's where we came around. And look at this view. And I think the weather just keeps following us.
As long as it keeps on following us, we can get ahead of us.
And all the way along in a lot of these panorama things, they've set up these hearts with the flowers. A little Instagram worthy. With the pigeons. Not a pigeon fan, those who know us. There's a pigeon in the little tree here. Would you like to sit amongst the pigeons? Oh my gosh, look at this. I think Mark's probably gone to get the coffee. He's like, nah, this is too touristy for me. Okay, so what do you think? Tell me about there.
Well, I think it's quite spectacular. You know, you look back and you go, how many thousands of years ago did they put all of this in, and how hard was living back then? You know, when you look down there and you go, is there any way that someone in today's society would go, yeah, I'll take the third rock on the left and chisel that out and turn that into my house? But then, yeah, there's other places where they've clearly taken half a dozen or a dozen of these little houses and turned it into one big oasis like that one over there.
And did you enjoy your coffee?
Yes, the coffee was spectacular. Turkish coffee is very good.
You like that, okay. Now we're up at the Ushisar castle and looking out at the view. Pretty impressive. And there's a horse down here with its baby as well.
It's called a foal.
A foal. Yeah. They're not a baby.
This is the penthouse view of the cave houses.
Oh, right. Look up the very top. Not sure if we're going to go up to the castle yet. We're having a look around. You hear all the quad bikes. They must go out in the valley over here. Another valley. So here we are around the back of the castle. And if you have a look, there's massive drops in here and there's another one over there. All these little caves. You can see around the other side now. Okay. And all this is just, you can walk around. There's no charge going around here, but wait for the view. Look at that. So you can see, so this is then the back end of Ushisar. Down over here is Gorome, where we're staying. The big mountain over there is where we were this morning. And then you've also got the Rose Valley. And then directly behind here is the Love Valley. It's a little bit special.
Kayleen's running out of words. That's the first time ever.
These hotels down here have amazing views. Dream Terrace. I've never seen anything like it. So we are driving on the way back from Cappadocia to Ankara, and it's about a 3.5 hour drive, and we've got probably about 2 hours left. But wanted to show you the roads. These freeways are really impressive. So you've got servos, and they'll be the same on either side, and they are very frequent. They've got very clean amenities, coffee, snacks. Their Turkish chocolate was really nice, the dark chocolate. But how's the speed limit?
So speed limit seems to range between 120 as your standard up to areas where it's 140 kilometres an hour, which is pretty impressive. But they are a toll road. We were told by the car hire company that the tolls could range somewhere between 100 Turkish lira to 200 Turkish lira. So that's not overly expensive, considering that we're doing nearly, I think it's just over 200 kilometres on these toll roads. And the way the tolls work is they're not progressive, it doesn't seem. It seems when you come onto the toll road, it takes your data point at that. Then when you get off, it takes your data point again. So how much you use on the toll road depends on how much you pay.
Are still really pretty on the outside. So there seems like this beautiful lake over here. Hope the sound is not too bad. Try with the mic.
We're currently set on cruise control at 130 and we're still getting overtaken. So I'm really not sure how much they take notice of the speed limits.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Autobahn.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
It is gorgeous, and these little weedy yellow flowers, but they still look really pretty. Okay, so we came in to fill up with fuel because we were low, and this was a whole new experience. So they are all in their little shell shirts, and they come over and they take the key off you, and then they put the fuel in.
Yep.
I went inside to the toilet. Now, I have to tell you about the toilets. Everything is automatic. First of all, you go in, the automatic doors, really super clean. And then you wave your hand over the next lot of doors to get in, and you go in. Anyway, and then it's got those already built-in seat cover things on the toilet seat. And you go to the toilet, you get up, it automatically flushes. Then you wave your hand over the back edge, and the whole seat cover comes around again fresh for the next person. Everything was automated.
Okay, you got to stop there. I got to go and try the toilets now. We're going to pack up. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
And they're all in their yellow and red shirts, and like really smick. Here's red carpet as you go in. Like.
But trap the young players.
Oh yes, now here's where we got caught. So one, when we were trying to pay, we had our multi-currency card, and normally you can just tap, and needed a pin. Mark couldn't find the pin, so I come out from the toilet and he's needing the pin, so we go inside and we found the pin, we're going to pay, and then was like, oh well, we'll get a chocolate bar and add with it, because why not? Tried the Turkish dark chocolate and pistachio. Pistachios here are really good, really cool. Yum-o, and it was like 31 lira. Anyway, we come back out, and the girl then, they give you 2 receipts as you come out, and one receipt the lady wants to check, and she gives you another receipt. I don't know, I haven't really looked at what it was. And then she gives you the key back. So either it's like valet service, they don't trust people, so we'll pretend and we'll do it that way. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, so they're servicing the car, they fuel the car for you, they take your key, and once they have your key, they get the receipt that you've paid inside, and they know then that you've paid for the fuel. But while they're doing it as well, they just wash your windscreen, and they thought, oh, that's really neat, they wash the windscreen. Well, no, nothing comes for free, so when you come back out, make sure you got a few bucks, because I gave them 10 lira just to wash the windscreen. I don't know how much it costs to wash a windscreen, but luckily Kayleen had 10 lira on her, because the smallest that I had was 100. So yeah, I'm not giving them 100 bucks to wash, which is $10 Australian.
Well, a bit under that. But yeah, and now you have to admit, all of this was no English whatsoever. We couldn't understand a word of it. We're just kind of like, I got nothing.
Yep.
I got nothing.
So they just point and go, money.
We're just going to share and go, okay, whatever. So the fuel cost us 900,
which was about 80 Australian dollars. So that's not too bad, because we're in a medium-sized SUV. So not too bad.
But and again, we are just hooting past. It sounds so weird. We never travel at 120 because our high speed limit in Australia is 110, and before when we were doing 140, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is fast. Okay, let's see how we go. Hopefully that's a fair amount of fuel for us now to get back to the airport. We might only have to just top up a little bit, because the car, you've got to send it back with the same amount of fuel that was in there. So stay tuned, this has been interesting. So we're only 30 kilometres from the airport in Ankara, and just wanted to show you at here, it's really still great road, really built up on the left hand side, and then unfortunately once I turn the camera on, it's not as much on the right, but it was like farming and rural, just like really, you can see the signs pretty easy. Here we go. Here we go, so here are some of the rolling hills. Hang on, truck. And that pretty yellow I was talking about. And they just come flying past, they don't indicate either way. They just kind of glide over and they glide back in. Oh, there's a big honcho man thing on the left there, I have no idea. Looks like a lumberjack. Hills, beautiful lush green. Big bridge.